It's Fuck Yeah Friday.
Fuck yeah!
Get ready for some wins.
Welcome to the Be It Till You See It podcast, where we talk about taking messy action, knowing that perfect is boring. I'm Lesley Logan, Pilates instructor and fitness business coach. I've trained thousands of people around the world, and the number one thing I see stopping people from achieving anything is self-doubt. My friends, action brings clarity, and it's the antidote to fear. Each week, my guests will bring bold, executable, intrinsic, and targeted steps that you can use to put yourself first and be it till you see it. It's a practice, not a perfect. Let's get started.
Hello, Be It Babe. How are you? Welcome to your Fuck Yeah Friday, where we are celebrating awesome things that people are doing, including yourself and myself and a mantra. And we're doing it short and sweet so we can enter this weekend with some inspiration on like what is possible in this life. It's not all bad, right? There's got to be some good stuff. So this inspired me. I thought I wanted to share it with you. I'm recording these in February. And so obviously a lot of people right now are talking about a lot of different boycotts that they're doing. So just want you to know if I mention any businesses that may have changed their ways, like that's a delay, but do your research, okay? But what I wish someone told me before I started boycotting. And I want you to know, I wanted to share this with you because I think it can be really tricky. I'll share in my wins what's going on. So the first post that they said is, disclaimer, boycotting is a labor of love. Oh, and this post is a labor of love from an ex-mega, MEGA consumer, not telling anyone how to live, just sharing what I've learned along this journey of redirecting resources. So she said, starting out, pace yourself, start with one area and give yourself grace. So the truth is our consumption habits were carefully engineered over generations. So unlearning takes time. And by the way, this is from JNAY Daily, JNAY Daily. So if you are feeling the urge to boycott, or maybe you thought about that 2 months ago and here we are in April and you still haven't figured it out, it's okay. Give yourself grace and pace yourself. And she says to start with one area, okay? Making choices. When facing a purchase, ask yourself, can I borrow this? Can I find it secondhand? Is there a local option? Can I DIY or use what I have? What's within my current capacity? So move through options based on your energy and circumstances. And I really love that because can I be really honest? Asking to borrow anything from anyone, it kind of makes me go, I don't know. But Brad borrows all the time, right? So, but can I find it secondhand? That's where you could search online to see if somebody is selling it used. Right? Or is there a local option you could use? Because when you invest in local stores, it actually goes back into the community in a big way. So can I make it myself? And then obviously making it yourself might not be something you can do, So we currently have some lawn furniture that I was trying to like DIY it. And, we might get to the place where we have to use a local option. So capacity formula. So some of your boycott choices, best is to do local, ethical, DIY secondhand. So anytime you're avoiding buying something, the best thing you could do is go local, ethical, DIY secondhand. Better are alternatives closer to home. Good, more mindful mainstream choices. Basic, what's accessible right now. So think net positive, not perfection. Every redirect matters. It gets easier with practice. And then food freedom. So simplifying food and sourcing. So obviously you have to buy food. So I love this that she added this in here because it's really easy to like, okay, I can buy a secondhand chair, but I can't just make an orange. So focus on whole foods and seasonal produce, explore international and local markets, join a CSA and support local farmers in exchange for produce. You can go to localharvest.org for that. Find community gardens. You can go to communitygarden.org for that. Look for state-made products and learn how to make a few staples and trade with friends and neighbors. Is this not the coolest thing? I'm going to make sure that the team puts this post in the show notes, but I was inspired by this because at our house, we are working on the boycotts on some brands. And, look, it's not that we'll never buy from them again. It's that we want them to be better. We want them to do better for us. We want them to do better for everyone, right? We want them to do better for their employees. So here we are in April. If there are still brands that you're like, hey, I want them to know that I vote with my dollars, this is how you can start that out. So I hope that was helpful. Okay, now for your wins. Nancy Lawrence, she's been to Cambodia with us. Oh my God, it's been so fun to see what she's been celebrating after an amazing Cambodia experience where she manifested all this stuff. And she's an Elevate grad. She wrote, I have gotten hired at a Latina-owned Pilates studio in Arlington, Texas, Eris Pilates. I'm so excited to work with the Latino community and possibly teach in Espanol. Miranda, her daughter, will also be teaching there. They are thrilled to have me, and I'm so excited to get started. The confidence I have today as an Elevate alumni has opened so many doors for me, including the confidence to step out of my comfort zone and into new studios because I know I have the appropriate training, which makes me a good teacher. I mean, girl, like you were made for this, you know? And I think it is so cool that these women will get to learn amazing Pilates from you. And I'm glad that you have the confidence to go put yourself out there because they need you. You're the only person who can do what you do the way that you do it. Caitlin Elser has a win for us. She is an agency member. I'm really proud of this woman. She actually recently quit her full-time gig to run her own home business. And she's looking at some other possibilities and growing really fast because she just is believing in herself and she's doing the work. And so her win is, I launched small group classes, 3 to 4 per session at the beginning of January. And they have been a huge hit with 6 sessions per week and 7 new clients. Way to go, Caitlin. You know, here's the thing. Do you hear how these wins are? They don't have to be huge. Caitlin's not something, I've helped 600 people. No, 6 to 7 people. It's important that you hear that because I'm not trying to make Caitlin's win small by any stretch of the imagination. What I'm trying to get you to understand is wins, we have to celebrate the things that we do. We have to actually acknowledge what we did. There's a lot of shit going on. And so if all you're focusing is all the things that are not going well, you are not going to have a happy life. And it's not that I'm talking about having a happy life like, oh, you know, I don't see the pain in the world. No. It's I can see that I'm doing these things to make an impact on this world in my way that I can. And so I love that, Caitlin. Thank you so much for sharing it. All right. A win of mine. I have a solid morning routine. You know this about me. That's, you know, not an issue. But I have been reading a book with Brad that I absolutely love. We're in a big series. And if you know, you know. And the 4th and 5th book aren't going to come out for a long time. So I've been slowing down our roll on the 3rd book because once they're done, then we have to wait probably a year for the 4th book, right? But I have been having problems with it because the book kind of stresses me out a little bit. I'm someone who kind of will Google the end so that I know what's coming up and I can have some certainty. And so 1, I haven't done that. So there's a win. But 2, I started getting nightmares when we finished the 2nd book. I was the main character and Brad was the other main character and I couldn't save him. Anyways, it was a whole thing. So I have been like, okay, we can only do 1 or 2 chapters. I've been ending things. I don't let it go close to bed. So like, great. That was a win, just not letting us listen to it close to bedtime. But the other thing is I was still having some of the stress dreams. And so I was like, oh, I just don't know what to do. I'm going to need some sort of sleep. No, actually, I know what to do. I need to meditate before I go to bed. I need a palate cleanser and it can't be the news. And so what I'm saying is this week, every single night, I have made sure I've done some sort of meditative practice and it is helping. It is helping. I'm not dreaming about the book in a stressful way. I somehow did dream about Schitt's Creek in a slightly stressful way, but my sleep scores are still amazing and my readiness scores are still amazing. So the point is that it's working and it's not about perfection. It's about being in process and not trying to figure out right now I'm in experimentation mode, like what meditations do I need to go to bed with that actually give me the best sleep. And so I share that with you because a morning routine is amazing, but a nighttime routine is also epically amazing. And so your win doesn't have to be like, you know, I hit 17 goals in my business today. It can be like, I went to bed on time and I gave myself a meditation that helped me have the best sleep of my life. You know, be it till you see it doesn't come from just doing all the time. Sometimes it comes from not doing, right? All right. Your mantra for the day. Life is meant to be shared. Life is meant to be shared. It really is. So thank you everyone who sends your wins in because life is meant to be shared. Thank you for those of you who share this podcast because life is meant to be shared. And every single person who listens, when I hear your feedback, we're sharing this experience together and it's kind of amazing. So thank you for being you. Thank you for listening to this podcast. Thanks for sharing it. And until next time, be it till you see it.
That's all I got for this episode of the Be It Till You See It podcast. One thing that would help both myself and future listeners is for you to rate the show and leave a review. And follow or subscribe for free wherever you listen to your podcast. Also, make sure to introduce yourself over at the Be It Pod on Instagram. I would love to know more about you. Share this episode with whoever you think needs to hear it. Help us and others be it till you see it. Have an awesome day.
Be It Till You See It is a production of the Bloom Podcast Network. If you want to leave us a message or a question that we might read on another episode, you can text us at +1 310 905 5534 or send a DM on Instagram at BeItPod.
It's written, filmed, and recorded by your host, Lesley Logan, and me, Brad Crowell.
It is transcribed, produced, and edited by the epic team at Diseño.co.
Our theme music is by Ali at Apex Production Music, and our branding by designer and artist Gianfranco Cioffi.
Special thanks to Melissa Solomon for creating our visuals.
Also to Angelina Herrico for adding all of our content to our website. And finally, to Meredith Root for keeping us all on point and on time.